Hey team, today I'm going to show you how to create your Google form for the AP exam review webpage. So there's a couple things that you need to make sure you have done, not just creating the form, but also the settings. So once you create a form, it's going to look like this. It will be blank. You're going to need to go ahead and put in a title for your form. Make sure that your title includes the chapter as well as the topic of the chapter. You can put in a form description if you want to. You don't have to, but you can if you want. So there's a couple different kinds of questions that you need to have included, that you might want to include, actually, that you don't necessarily have to have included. A regular multiple choice question. So when you create your first question, one should pop up. Write your question in there, and then from the list you'll choose multiple choice, and then you're going to put in all of your answer choices. So let me get these put in here really quick. Once you get all your answer choices in, you can go ahead and add your next question. So the next question that I'm going to put in, it actually has more than one correct answer. So it's going to be a different kind of question. So I'll click Add Question. I'm going to put my question in here. And then I'm going to put in my answer choices. Oops, give me 1 second here. So I put in my answer choices. Now this one has more than one right answer. So there's two things that I'm going to do. I'm going to go here and I'm going to choose check boxes. I'm going to click these three dots. I'm going to click on description. And then in the description, I want to tell the person taking my quiz that there's more than one answer. So I'll click choose all that apply, so they know they can choose more than one. Now remember, you're going to have 5 to 7 questions. I'm just going to add 2 for the sake of time. But that's what you want to do for adding questions. Now, as far as having answers, which you need to have, the way you do that, you're going to come up here to settings and you're going to click on settings. So in settings, you want to make sure that none of these are clicked. Make sure those are all blank. Go to presentation, click show progress bar, unclick show link to submit another response. You don't want that. And then where it says confirmation message, make sure you write this. Be sure to view your score. That's a reminder to the person taking your quiz that they need to check their score. And then you want to go to quizzes. You want to turn this on. By default, it's off. You want to turn it on. Make sure this one is clicked immediately after each submission, and all 3 of these are clicked, and then click save. Once you do that, you can go to your question, and it will give you this option for an answer key. In the answer key, you're going to give the question points. So I'm going to give this question 1 point, and then I'm going to choose the right answer, which is this one. If I need to make any changes to my question, I'll go ahead and click edit question, but this tells me this one's the right answer. If you have a question that needs an image, you can click on here and you can insert an image from your Google Drive. You can take a snapshot, you can upload it, you can do it by URL, your albums, you can search for an image as well. If it's an image connected to an AP exam, you could even take a picture of it with your phone and upload it to your drive and do it that way. For this one that has multiple right answers, I'm going to click on the answer key again. I'm going to give it 1 point, and then I'm going to click my correct answers. That's not one of them. This one and this one. And that's that. All right. Next, I'm going to show you how to add your FRQ. So for this one, I'm going to do the FRQ in a new section. You don't have to, but I think it's helpful to have it in a different section. So I'm going to click Add Section. I'm going to put in my title here. Give my section a title. I'm also going to give it a description. Again, you don't have to give it a description. And then the way that the FRQs are organized, usually they have a description and then the questions A, B, C, and D, sometimes E. So I'm going to do add title and description. And this is where I'm going to put the part of the question where it just kind of introduces the question. Oops. Let me get it all highlighted and put it in here. So this is just the description of the question. And then I'm going to put how many points it's worth. You'll get all this information from the sample FRQs that I'll give you in class, or from the old ones that we've done on previous exams. So that's the description. Now I'm going to add a question. I'm going to want this to be a paragraph question. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to put question part A. So, you know, the questions are broken down A, B, C, D. You want to separate those into different kinds of questions. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to make this a paragraph answer. And then for the answer key, and this is important for the FRQs, you need to have answer feedback. So this particular part of this question is worth 1 point of the 6 points total. And again, you'll get that from the samples that I can give you in class. You're going to click Add Answer Feedback. And in Add Answer Feedback, you want to put the correct answer to that particular question. So here's the correct answer. I'm going to click Save. And I want this to be feedback for all answers, whether they get it right or wrong, right? Then I'm going to go through. I would go through and do the rest of my questions. So part B, come in here, add a question. I'm going to put my question in there. Sometimes it will automatically change it to a paragraph. I'm going to click on my answer key. This particular part of the question is actually worth 2 of the 6 points. Click my Add Answer Feedback. This answer is actually provided in the Google Slides that I created for this chapter. So instead of typing out the whole answer, I'm just going to write see slides 10 through 12, and then I've copied and pasted the share link to the Google slideshow. So whoever takes my quiz, they can go to the Google Slides and see the answers there instead of me typing it out. So that's another option if you find yourself writing down an answer that you've already written. All right, again, you're going to have to go through and finish that up so that it's all parts of the question, but I'm going to stop there so that I can, to make this a little shorter. You've already done your settings. The other thing you can do if you want to is you can change the color palette. This is one of my favorite things to do. And you can go in and you can choose any sort of decoration that you want to, which is sometimes is nice if you want to choose something that's kind of fun. But again, this part is just optional. You don't necessarily have to do it. Let's choose the American flag. All right, and that's creating your questions. Make sure that you go up here and you click preview and preview your form before you actually upload it, because you want to make sure that all of the settings are correct. So when you do the form yourself, it should all make sense. Oh, I forgot to title my form. Make sure you title it as well. All right, that's it.